real life on the road. Well, that's my life. It's a real life on the road. I'm living on the streets in my minivan, yes. I hope you watched yesterday's episode. And today I want you to watch it all the way through again, because I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm going to talk about real life on the road, real life as a nomad. Let me get rid of one of my pillows. I have two pillows here, and it's great for when it's my living room, but when it's my studio, like it is right now, it's just a little bit too much. Hey everyone, thanks for spending time with me today. Good things are coming your way, and good things are coming my way. Expect really fabulous outcomes. You know, lots going on in the world, but you know what? We're going to make it, everybody. Expect good outcomes. Oh, there's hardly any left. I'm sorry. I didn't make you coffee today. But if you want to go make coffee or tea, put this on pause and go do it. Wet my whistle. My flower over here. Look at this. I think that is so nice. It's a nice contrast, isn't it? It's yellow. It's a pink day, everybody. I've got pink everywhere. Pink's coming from everywhere. Okay, real life on the road. You know, I was thinking about it. I think that there are two sides to the nomad world. Two sides to van living. Well, there's two ways. Well, let me just say that it's two attitudes. For me, I find it a romantic lifestyle. It's very romantic. If you look at it in the traditional sense of like it's a romantic thing, there's like romantic eras in time, civilizations. I remember growing up in Ohio, and as I got older, I met some new people, and they said, "Oh, what part of town did you grow up in?" And I let them know, and they said, "Oh, that's the romantic part of town." Like, oh, well, nobody put it that way to me, so I'm gonna put this way to you. If you're a nomad and you've been living the life, maybe, I don't know, more than a year, how did you feel about that? I'm going to say, isn't it a romantic lifestyle? We get to meet people. We get to go where we want to go. We can park where we want to park. We determine what our view is of the world. As I was walking around the park this morning, I was thinking, this is almost like my backyard. I mean, there's other people here, but we're all sharing this beautiful piece of land. Water, ducks, people just walking through, experiencing life here. It's very romantic. Now, some of you enjoy being out boondocking, and I am going to guess that you are looking at it like, look at this. This is so this is the romantic part of being a van dweller, is I get to look at the mountains. I get to hear the quiet. I get to maybe hear a coyote in the background, because a lot of you who are here near the western part of the nation, you might be in Arizona, and you might be in Quartzsite. A lot of people have already gotten there. You might be in Yuma, which is kind of the same. You got mountains. You might be in Lake Havasu. Wow. I mean, what a romantic city right there. They have the old, authentic London Bridge. It came over in stones. I would imagine that they had the stones, I think they had them numbered or something like that, and they rebuilt it from the original stones, the London Bridge. I mean, you've got pockets of Colorado River coming in. You've got Parker. You've got, it's coming in that way. You've got it on in Lake Havasu, little pockets of bringing in the Colorado River in there, making yourself a little lake. I remember the first time I went to Lake Havasu, and I'm like, Lake Havasu? Ooh. I'm like, oh, this is a lake? This is a pond. What? Because I grew up near Lake Erie, the Great Lake. I mean, if you look out, if you have never seen Lake Erie before and you look at it, I showed my children pictures of it the last time I was there. I sent them videos and they go, it looks like the ocean. Yeah, it really does. So the nomad world is just so cool. And I'm going to give it that name. It's a romantic lifestyle. But there's another attitude. You were forced out of your home. You're broke. You lost your job from COVID. You just have you're now retired and your Social Security is so low, you have no other choice. It might not seem too romantic to you, but if you're watching this and this is you, oh my gosh, you can turn it around. Turn it around. Start doing things. Don't just sit in your front seat and pout. Okay, don't do that. And think that the American dream has passed you by. There is no American dream. The American dream, that's ebb and flow all the time. It just depends on what your dream is, right? So just, quit feeling sorry for yourself and get off your duff and start doing things. Start cleaning things. Start organizing things. Go to Walmart. I'm sure you can afford baggies, even those jumbo bags. And you can afford some bins, and start organizing and going through your stuff. Don't just sit, like, this sucks. How did this happen to me? Well, it happened to you because it wants you to show the romantic part of the world, right? Okay, yeah. I mean, there's so much that can be done with this lifestyle. There are things that come upon nomads. These are things that we need to think about. Here's one. Here's a reality. The real life on the road is this is my home. This is my home. And I experienced this, so I know. I am the expert on this one. This is my only home. My vehicle is my home on my wheels, right? Well, guess what? It's not like you're living in a regular house. That house is probably, unless disaster happens, is probably going to still be there for years and years. I mean, there could be fire or something like that, but you could sell it. If you pass away, your children will get it. One of them might buy everybody out, the siblings, and stay in it, or you sell it. But basically, it's going to be there. Well, not so with this. And I experienced it. My first minivan went kaput. It had too many leaky gaskets. And I do have a good friend who is now going through this. And he just informed me that, guess what? I got bad news. And my minivan has 3 major issues. It has a lot of miles on it. And that's his home. He even named it. I never named my minivans. I don't name things very well. I had a cat. My last cat, oh, I loved her. I even carry a picture around in my photos. They said, well, what's her name? And I'm like, Catherine. Cat for short. Come here, cat. Come here, cat. So, yeah. He's now got to find another van. I've actually kind of been looking for him a little bit. And this is not a forever. This is not a forever van. As much as we love our van, we've got it all tricked out the way we want it. in the back of our mind, we might deny it. We don't think about it every second, but we think, oh dear. You know, at some point, this van is going to have to be replaced. My vehicle will have to be replaced. It's pretty sad. I'm going to turn the fan on low. Here, hold on. It's getting a little warm in here. Well, today's the last day that it is going to be 90, but let me get back to the vehicle thing. Yeah, this is not a forever. This is not like a regular home. So this is something that nomads do have to deal with. This is the real life on the road, which is one of the reasons, because I went through it. Oh my gosh, it was uber stressful. It really was. It was 2 years ago. Was it two? Almost three? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But it was very stressful. And so I had to quickly, and I did, and quickly find another minivan. And I did. I had to take a chance on it. I had to have faith. I had to really talk to the man upstairs. I had to pray. I had to ask him, what do you think? After I looked at it, well, there were a few glitches in the beginning, and I thought, oh my God, I got a lemon. And even some of you said, Lee, you shouldn't have bought that minivan, you got a lemon. Well, but it is still going very strong. It's going strong. But I know that as time goes on, I will need to replace it. But here's the thing. One of the reasons that I don't do a massive traveling anymore, one of the reasons, not every reason, but one of them in the back of my mind, I've been through this. I am not going to just willy-nilly drive somewhere unless I really want to be there. Unless I really want to be there. Because I'm not just going to put stupid miles on my minivan. This is my home, right? I did want to also mention, when it comes to the romance of this lifestyle, well, some of you, and I know, hey Susan, you know who you are. You've been on the West Coast, at the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, up and down the coast, for almost a year and a half now, maybe even 2 years. Now you don't. I guarantee, she says, this is a romantic lifestyle. Yeah, because I've done it too. I was spent a whole summer up and down the coast, basically not up and down it, but in one area like San Francisco, Santa Cruz, San Jose, which isn't right on the coast, but it's pretty close, Monterey. Oh my gosh. I still talk about it, how romantic that was, right? Well, it's all romantic, but the orgy's about to begin. Oh yeah, woo! The orgy is about to happen in Quartzsite. The meeting of all those people that find this lifestyle romantic. They're all going to be in there together, doing I don't know what. The orgy. That's what I'm going to start calling it. The nomadic orgy is about to happen in January. Woo! Here you go. Get ready, everybody. I still haven't made up my mind. I'm leaning against this year. I just might take a break and not go. I'll let y'all enjoy it, right? I might just stay behind and, yeah. I don't know. I just don't feel the draw this year. So, here we go, everybody. Yeah. I do want to read a letter that does discuss this. It's from Julie Lynn Diamond. Hey. How do you know how to buy a reliable used minivan? I'm afraid I'll buy one and it will break down. And I'll have lots of problems with it. Is there a dollar amount to spend on the van to feel better about buying it? Well, I told her, first of all, I said, I pray on it. I pray and I say, bring me something. And you can kind of get the spirit voice that says, this is the one. Or don't look now. For me, it was don't look now. Wait. I'm like, okay, wait. And then you hear the green light, go look. Okay. And it was right there. Well, Personally, I pay cash for a minivan. I do not have payments. And there's no guarantee that it's going to be even better if you buy it from a lot. Okay? I buy it right out. They're usually cheaper that way. And I look on Craigslist. I just do. Look in your area and look on Craigslist. Just put in the filters, put by owner. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be just by an owner, because sometimes people, that's how they make money. And what they do is they say they'll show it at their home, but it's really not so much a lot, but this is their business. This is what they do. People buy older vans, fix it up a little bit more, and put the price up. So there's no guarantee, but I bought in 2 minivans off of Craigslist, and I was happy with both. I've had, 100% positivity. So, yeah. So I told my friend, I looked online for him, and he just, it kind of gave him hope, because he's going to have to find something pretty soon. He certainly can't, it still runs, but he certainly can't do the traveling like he used to do, because he doesn't think it would be reliable. It's kind of a noisy engine for a little teeny car like that. Here, let me get comfortable. There we go. So that's my advice. How do you know? They say to take it to a mechanic. I don't know how much that is possible. I've never kind of figured that system out. So I go and I look at their car and I say, well, I'm going to take it to my mechanic. I'll be back. How does the mechanic know that? How do you know the mechanic isn't busy that day? Mechanics are very busy. How do you get it in there to look at it? I think if you have a friend that knows, my best bet, here's my advice. If you have a friend who knows something about vehicles, take them with you. Just take them with you. I looked at mine. I don't know. And then he let me drive it around. I drove it. It seemed fine. It was really, it's like a faith thing. So I'm probably not much on giving good advice on this, but that's what I've done. That's what I've done. I did a lot of praying. That's really number one. I did a lot of praying, and I listened, and I was in tune what was going on. Okay. So the reality of living on the road, it's a lot of fun, or it's horrible. Depends on your attitude. It could be romantic, or it could be chaos. It could be anger and bitterness if you don't want to do it. That's when you have to reach in deep and pull out your motivation, which brings me to another point I want to remind everybody. Getting something done. You can't wait until you're motivated. You just can't do it. That's science. They've actually studied this. It takes action first. You have to show action. You have to do something first. That's when the motivation kicks in. You have to do that. But you have to take the first step when you're unmotivated. That's the way it is. It's like exercising. Activity begets more activity begets activity. You can't just, the more you exercise, the more you want to exercise. The more that you get, you're walking, the more that you desire to walk. It's like a flow. It's a natural flow. Yes. So you can't just wait to be motivated. No. You have to actually take action first. How many people say, "Oh, well, I did a video. It was about what Jordan Peterson talked about. He said, go clean your room. Clean your room." Well, when you don't know what to do with yourself and you want to make change and progress, you need to go clean something. And the best thing to do is go clean your room. If you live alone, go clean your room. That could be any room in your house. If you are living with other people, go clean your bedroom. Go clean it. That's what gets you started with everything. I got a message, yeah. So yeah, that's what you got to do. Go clean your room. Because once you start that, once you start picking things up, and you say, well, okay, this needs to go here. This needs to go up here. This needs to go out to the kitchen because you got glasses of water or whatever in your bedroom. What happens is then you really get motivated. Then you start looking around going, ooh, that's a bad corner. I need to clean those papers up. Whatever. So how does this relate to the nomad world? Well, for a lot of us, especially seasoned van dwellers, it's a romantic lifestyle for us. We choose where we want to go. We choose what kind of views we want out of our windows. We choose it. And we're good to ourselves. I've had people say, well, why are you there? Well, I'm dealing with it. I'm putting up with it. Don't put up with it. Go somewhere close by if you don't want to drive too much and find a better area. Although right now I am kind of putting up with this weather, but tomorrow it's going to be back down, back down to 80 degrees. So I'm excited about that. Well, I hope you found this interesting, and I'm sure that you found it helpful. This is good advice for anybody living anywhere. Whether if you're homeless living on the streets, if you're living in a tent somewhere, if you're living in your vehicle, if you're living in your home, it's really up here, your attitude towards it. You can make anything a romantic lifestyle. But I will tell you, for reals, real life on the road, and you've been doing it a while, is very romantic and it's very enjoyable. And what I have found is that the longer you're doing it, you kind of forget how wonderful it really is, because it's like you kind of take it for granted a little bit. So let's all, if you're nomads already, if you're out there looking at the mountains in the quiet, if you're in a park somewhere or you're parked no matter where, and you're happy in your home, be grateful. Say, thank you. Thank you. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you that my car is running. And for you in a home, just say thank you. I'm getting myself together. This does sound like a good lifestyle. And pray about it and start moving in that direction. Thanks for watching, everybody. And thanks for watching it all the way through. I really appreciate it. Well, I know you guys are probably wanting to get ready for the big orgy coming up, right? In Quartzsite. By that I mean, it's just a big gathering and people are just all be mingling together. Not that way, but yeah. It'll be a lot of fun for all you people. So until next time, everybody, I love you. Mwah. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Go to Minivan Lee for products. Go check it out. For once, go check it out if you haven't. And let's see, what else? Well, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be talking about new things, and I'll show you new things. I love you guys so much. It's a pink day. Let's see if we can get the pink to go away. No more pink. Okay. Still a little residue. There's pink residue. Gotta get rid of it. There we go. Oh. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.